Have you ever looked at your life and wondered, why is this happening to me? Why isn't anything going as planned? You pray, you work hard, and still, the road ahead seems confusing and full of obstacles. But what if I told you that even in the chaos, God is at work? Even when life doesn't make sense, His plan for you is perfect, and it's unfolding exactly as it should. You may not see it now, but trust me, God is building something beautiful out of the pieces that feel broken. Stay with me as we explore how to trust His plan, even when everything around you feels uncertain. Sometimes life feels overwhelming. The plans you made fall apart, the dreams you've worked so hard for seem unreachable, and you're left wondering why things are not going the way you expected. In those moments, it's easy to feel frustrated, lost, or even abandoned. But today, let me share with you a powerful truth. God has a plan for your life, even when it doesn't make sense to you right now. His plans are not always what we expect, but they are always for our good. Life is full of twists and turns that we cannot foresee. The unexpected happens. Relationships break down, careers take a wrong turn, and health issues arise. These moments can make us feel like we're losing control. But God reminds us in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." When life doesn't make sense, this verse becomes a lifeline. It reminds us that God is always in control, even when our circumstances feel chaotic. Trusting God's plan begins with surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means giving control to God. It means saying, "Lord, I don't understand why this is happening, but I trust that you do." Surrendering to God is an act of faith. It's believing that His perspective is greater than ours, that He sees the whole picture while we only see a small part. Prayer is a crucial step in trusting God's plan. In Philippians 4:6-7, we are told, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Prayer is not just about asking God for solutions, it's about aligning your heart with His will. When you pray, you invite His peace into your situation, even if the situation itself doesn't change immediately. When life doesn't make sense, it's natural to feel doubt. Even the strongest believers have moments of doubt. But doubt isn't the opposite of faith. It's an opportunity to strengthen your faith. Instead of running from God in doubt, run to Him. Bring your questions and fears to Him. God is not afraid of your doubts. He wants you to seek Him, even in uncertainty. In Proverbs 3:5-6, we are reminded, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Waiting is another challenging part of trusting God's plan. Waiting can feel like wasted time, but in God's eyes, waiting is preparation. God often uses seasons of waiting to shape us, teach us, and prepare us for what lies ahead. In Isaiah 40:31, it says, "But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Waiting on God is not passive, it's active faith. It's trusting that His timing is perfect, even when it feels delayed to us. God's plan often involves detours. These detours can feel like failures, but they are part of His purpose. Joseph's story in the Bible is a perfect example. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and wrongfully imprisoned. For years it seemed like his life was one disaster after another. But through it all, God was working behind the scenes. Eventually, Joseph became a ruler in Egypt and saved countless lives during a famine. What seemed like setbacks were actually steps in God's plan to position Joseph for his purpose. God's ways are higher than our ways. In Isaiah 55, 8 through 9, God says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." We may not always understand why God allows certain things to happen, but we can trust that His intentions are always good. He is working all things together for our good, even when it doesn't feel like it. Romans 8:28 reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Thank you for watching. Trust God's plan, even when it doesn't make sense. Remember, He is always working for your good. Like, subscribe, and share this message to inspire others. Don't forget to check out the next video for more encouragement. Stay blessed and stay faithful.